Very sorry for you. Thanks for interviewing. I'm also a fan, by the way. Me and my dad are really hard talking. My uncle, and one of their sons. So me, my father, and one of my cousins in London. We're all Arsenal fans. And then I had my uncle and one of their other cousins are Dr. Pick, right? So it's a lot of sitting. But yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's a world.
No, actually, it's pretty tough. Who's your daughter? Yeah, the other one. So like, yeah, take not the name sake. I'm I didn't go. We're Nicholas. It's just like,
We're good.
no, it's not that. But I'll put by this weekend.
Yeah.
Mostly the guy like this on helping. Yes. One of those, but you I'm not. Oh yeah, well, that's how it's. But check. Okay. Are you get this? What? So it's great. There's English people. So we do go send over deals. Literally some chairs. It's best eventually. I'm taking. Oh, it's not like English can't. I don't know. It's not your way. They are my green device. So I'm like, I got so much too much. That actually really hurt.
Okay. If you guys want to watch this live on YouTube, go to youtube.com, look for International Academic Competitions, click on the channel, and go to the Live tab, and then you'll see a link for 2026 IAC National Political Science V Finals Varsity.
All right. I bet you personally to the otherwise.
We are the forum live stream. Yes.
Live stream
race.
Can somebody check? Do we have audio?
Yeah, first of all, we have audio. All right. So is it like 7 person?
Door close. And welcome to the National Championship title match here at the National Political Science Bees Varsity Division for 2026. Let's give our finalists. Advancing into the final round of our first of many national championships that will be decided this weekend here at the Crystal Gateway area in Arlington, Virginia. I'm David Madden, founder and executive director of International Academic Competitions. I myself was a political science major and did my master's degree in international relations. So this is always a very enjoyable set for me to read. I edited it several weeks ago. It's in good shape. Let's do a quick buzzer check and then we'll get playing. So let's just go clockwise around here. Starting us off, just tell us, please, your full name, your school, and your home state.
Alex. Nice.
All right, great. So,
Ashwin Van Naten, Mission San Jose High School.
okay.
Siddharth Melamir, Archbishop Midi High School in San Jose County.
Great.
Zachary Corbin Michelle ran Seven Lake School in Florida. International West High School.
All right, so good geographic diversity, to Georgia, to California, Florida, and Maryland to contest this title. This is a round of 35 questions. We will break all ties at the end of it for placement purposes using the 6, 5, 4, 3, and 8, 1 scoring out at 40. 40 is the magic number. -1 rule in effect as usual, or not -1 rule, but the 3 free buzzes and we're done rule in effect as usual. But remember, every buzz changes the score. Remember. Are we doing unlimited? Doing unlimited? That's why we go over these things. All right. Right, just make sure cell phones are silenced or off, and I will contend with the white noise from the air conditioning as best as possible. Audience, please, if you must get up, please do so only between questions, and ideally just wait to the end of the match. All right, let's go. Here's toss-up 1. In 2022, this person appointed Dina Hachigian as one city's first deputy mayor of international affairs to help coordinate future sporting events supported by this person's 28 by 28 initiative. In 2014, this person controversially stated, "There are 2 rules in politics: never be pictured with a drink in your hand, and never swear," before swearing during a championship celebration for his city's hockey team, the Kings. For the points, name this former mayor of Los Angeles. That's over to Zachary. From 2013 to 2022, who also served as ambassador to India from 2020. Varsity is correct for 4 points over to Siddharth, who starts song. Puzzle 2. In this work, the author defined land as all natural materials, forces, and opportunities, and criticizes Malthusianism in favor of cornucopianism. As an alternative to other poverty prevention strategies, the author of this work proposed a single land value tax to replace other taxes on labor and production. Jacob Rees outlined how this work's popularity helped spark the progressive era. For the points, names influential first. Influential first book by Henry George, which helped spark his economic ideology of Georgism. Time, that is progress and expertise. Possible 3. In 2019, a member of this movement named Mark Russo vandalized America's Stonehenge by etching the slogan, "Where we go one, we go all." This movement promoted the Frazzle-Drip conspiracy theory in 2018 and developed, alongside the Pizzagate conspiracy, QAnon for reform points to Zachary. Toss-up 4. Under the pseudonym Louis Kerber, this person published the works Crisis in Our Cities and Our Synthetic Environment, the latter of which argues that the logic of capitalism caused the environmental crisis. This person formulated the economic system of post-scarcity anarchism based on the idea of municipalism, and this person's ideology is Nick 2 was an important influence on Abdullah Öcalan's democratic confederalism. The points named this American political philosopher who introduced social ecology. Times. Murray Bookchin. Toss-up 5. Chandran Nair formed a social policy think tank in this city known as the Global Institute for Tomorrow. The Bauhinia Foundation Research Center was founded in this city in 2006 as the leading advocate of policy under Chief Executive Donald Tsang. This city's Wan Chai district is home to think tanks such as the Professional Commons and New Century Forum. For the points, name this city in Asia where the Policy Innovation and Coordination Office was created in 2018 during the term of Carrie Lam.
Hong Kong.
Hong Kong for 3-7. Toss-up 6. This economic approach was performed in Bolivia through Supreme Decree 21060 and included the linking of its economy to the US dollar. The Balcherovich Plan has often been referred to as an example of this economic approach, and that plan resulted in the adoption of free market reforms in Poland. This economic 5. Toss-up 7. The fictional nation of Tabarnia, satirizing this political movement, gained traction on social media in 2017. The first attempt at accomplishing this movement's goal was launched by Francesc Macia. A flag with red and yellow stripes, a blue triangle on its left, and a white star. That is good for 5 points. Over to Alex. Toss-up 8. Greg Irwin served as Secretary General of this organization in 2004 and resigned in 2008. During a 2000 summit for this organization, the Bikatawa Declaration was issued in the midst of a coup in Fiji and ethnic tensions in the Solomon Islands. In 2021, Palau announced it would lead this organization over Henry Puna's election as Secretary General. Baron Wakats currently serves as Secretary General of Points. What organization aimed at improving cooperation amongst nations in Oceania? Time. This is the Pacific Islands Forum. Toss-up 9. This judge articulated a famous negligence formula expressed as PL is greater than V, weighing burden against probability and loss. This man served on the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit from 1924 to 1961 and authored influential opinions on free speech, including Masses Publishing Company v. Patton. This judge was J.D. Salinger's neighbor and possibly his only friend. For the point, name this American jurist who wrote The Spirit of Liberty, often considered the greatest American judge to never sit on the Supreme Court.
Learned Hand.
Learned Hand, good for 3 points to Evan. Toss up 10, then we'll do a score check. Along with a 15-hour work week and open borders, this was one of the 3 causes advocated for by Rutger Bregman in his 2014 book Utopia for Realists. A variant of this policy called the negative income tax was tested.
Universal basic.
That is good for 5 points. It's accurate. Score check.
Okay, we have Zachary in the lead with 12. Evan has 6. Siddharth has 4. Alex has 1. Anish has 0. And Ashwin has -2.
Okay, score check.
Yeah.
Great. Toss 11. A 2023 article on this law by The Atlantic called it the obscure law that ruins your commute. This law, which oversees cabotage in the United States, has been cited as hindering economic growth for Puerto Rico and Hawaii.
Jones Act.
Jones Act for 5. Zachary. Toss 12. During the Obama administration, this person's tenure as director of the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services included the 2012 implementation of deferred action for childhood arrivals. As Secretary of Homeland Security, this person faced controversy in 2021 after Mayorkas is correct for 5 points. Ashwin. Toss 13. This leader's, and I will say, I need a specific name here. This leader's resignation was called for by Felipe Sedele, his successor, and several members of parliament. During this man's reign, he urged the resignation of several of his ministers, including Prime Minister Siausi Soboleni and Foreign Affairs Minister Fekete Moela Utoikamu. This man temporarily relocated from his royal palace in 2022 after a volcano and its tsunami.
George 2006.
Say it again.
George 2006.
That is correct. Yes, for 5 points to Anish. 14. This concept, introduced in the 1957 work An Economic Theory of Democracy, is formalized by the equation R equals PB minus C plus D, where the probability term is vanishingly small. This concept has been contested by the economists Jeffrey Brennan and Robert Dahl, and this concept challenges the predictions of the median voter theorem and has led to explanations involving expressive voting and social norms. For the points, name this paradox in public. Note 2. In public choice theory, this states that a rational person should not vote in elections because an individual vote has negligible influence. Time. This is the Downs paradox. Toss 15. Andrea Stewart Cousins was the acting holder of this office immediately before its incumbent assumed it. First holder of this office was Pierre Van Cortlandt, the namesake of the park where the National High School Cross-Country Championships are held. A legally blind holder of this office, who had previously served as Erie County Clerk, assumed higher office after the resignation of That is correct for 5 points. Over to Evan. 16. The U.S. Senate temporarily abolished this practice from 1873 to 1892, and the U.S. House of Representatives has used the OMA to regulate this practice since 1991. Tom Johnson and his congressional allies were able to widely distribute Henry George's book, Protection and Free Trade, using this privilege. Franking for 5 points. Over to Evan. Toss 17. This doctrine was effectively sidelined in the case Town of Breeze v. Galloway. In one case involving a Ten Commandments display in Kentucky courthouses, the Supreme Court applied this doctrine to find violation of the Establishment Clause in McCreary County v. ACLU. This test was criticized. Lemon test here for 5 points. Over to Alex. 18. This politician was chief of the Civil Rights Division in the State Attorney General's office under Martha Coakley, where she focused on issues such as mortgage fraud and public protection. After becoming Attorney General, this woman, Healy, for 6 points over her 6-point buzz around. 19 score check after 20. Supreme Court case Atkins v. Virginia dealt with the application of this practice to intellectually disabled people.
Yes.
Nope. Name 2. Intellectually disabled people, and Roper v. Simmons dealt with its application.
Capital punishment.
Capital punishment for 6 points over to Evan. 23-word answer required. On anything. This doctrine was central to a 1923 case that struck down a Nebraska law banning the teaching of foreign languages to young students. This doctrine was criticized after its use in Lochner v. New York, but was key in the ruling in Lawrence v. Texas. This doctrine differs from a similarly named procedural doctrine in that it protects individuals from majoritarian policies rather than government coercion. To the points, name this constitutional doctrine that protects unenumerated fundamental rights under a clause appearing in due process. Name 2, under a clause appearing in the 5th and 14th Amendments. Time is a substantive due process. Words. All right, score check.
Okay, we have Evan with 26, Zachary with 15. And then we have Alex with 6, Siddharth with 4, and Anish and Aspen just with 3 points.
Okay, all right, 21. This man was called Garwet or Crocodile for his guerrilla activity leading to his political. That's close enough for me. 6 points. Yes, this was. Clause of 22. One writer with this surname published a 2013 op-ed in the Wall Street Journal jokingly saying she would have gotten into a better college if only I had a tiger mom or started a fake charity. In 2025, that writer with this surname appeared on CBS Mornings to talk about lab-grown diamonds. One person with this surname attracted controversy for initially declining to air a 60 Minutes segment titled Inside Ketchup. Twice for 4 points over to Zachary. 23. People who were detained and abused by this political party founded an NGO called Breaking the Wall of Silence. A former president of this political party, Haga Gaingal, was alleged to be part of the fish rot scandal, and the logo for this party features a man raising a fist inside concentric blue, red, and green rings. Following its country's independence in 1990, this political party rose to power under its first
Swap vote.
swap vote, yes, is good for 5 points over to Siddharth. 24. This person who lost mayoral elections in 1991 and 2003 to Bob Lanier and Bill White respectively became mayor in 2015 by defeating Bill King. This person vacated the mayorship following the death of Sheila Jackson Lee to run for Texas congressional seat, won that seat, but could only serve 61 days until his death the morning after Donald Trump's congressional address in 2025. For the points, he was former Democratic mayor of Houston from 2016 to 2024, who was criticized for his handling of Hurricane Harvey. Times, Sylvester Turner. 25. This organization was co-founded in 1982 by law students Stephen Calabrese and Lee Lieberman Otis. This organization played a key role in promoting doctrines like the non-delegation doctrine and exhibiting skepticism toward the Chevron deference. A 2016 presidential campaign pledge relied on lists curated by this organization to select. That's correct for 5 points. Over to that. 26. In 2022, Alberto Fernandez, this party's president, withheld from denouncing the Russian invasion. That is correct for 6 points, and Evan getting in within 1 buzz of title. 27. This person names a camp in the Philippine city of Baguio, which was formerly used as a military base. Alongside fellow private secretary John Nicolai, this person compiled a 10-volume biography of Abraham Lincoln, and this person was responsible for negotiating the Endor policy with the Qing dynasty. For the points,
Matthew Secretary.
name 2. For the points, named the Secretary of State Seward. Name 2, who concluded treaties with Lord Ponsfot and Philippe Bruno Faria to clear the way for the construction of the Panama Canal. Route. Name 2. Name 1, sorry. Time. This is John Hay. Women will work. 28. This politician's chief deputy, Bruno Juilliard, resigned in 2018 over disagreements regarding governing style. This politician has promoted the 15-minute city concept, emphasizing localized access to services. Member of the Socialist Party, this politician defeated Nathalie Kosciusko-Morizet in 2014 to become the first woman to hold her position and was re-elected in 2020. This politician faced criticism over the handling of preparations for the 2024 Summer Olympics. Good points.
Hidalgo.
Is correct. 4 over 29. The doctrine that prohibits these things was invalidated in the Supreme Court case Ex parte Garland, a case regarding post-civil war loyalty oath requirements in United States v. Brown. The court held that this constitutional prohibition was violated by a policy that banned members of the Communist Party from serving as labor union officers. Article 1, Sections 9 and 10 prohibits the enactment of these things by Congress and the states, respectively. The points mean this legislative act that inflicts
For the tenure.
for the championship. Okay, we're after 29, but let's do a score check at this point.
Sure. Okay, so Evan just got the championship. And we have Zachary with 19 points, Siddharth with 11 points, Afton with 6 points, Alex with 5, and Anish with 3.
Okay, there's 30. A building named for this person incorporated the Tiber Creek sewer into its design and was nicknamed the 10-year pyramid due to its long construction time. A shooting range in a building named for this person was closed in 2016 due to complaints of ricocheting bullets. And a 2006 corruption raid by the FBI on Congressman William Jefferson targeted a building named for this person, which is the easternmost of the 3 main House office buildings. The largest congressional office building is named after, for the points, what Texan? Rayburn. He is correct for Alex. 31. Sharing of information within this group was formalized under the echelon system during the 1960s. This alliance was the subject of documents leaked by Edward Snowden, which revealed that member nations
5 eyes.
6 points. 32. Under the George W. Bush administration, Lawrence Franklin passed classified documents to this organization, leading to the revocation of his Department of Defense security clearance. This organization's rightward ship is chronicled in the documentary The Kings of Capitol Hill. This organization runs the United Democracy Project, which has attracted controversy for its donations to primary opponents of members of the squad.
8-pack.
4 points. Just 5. 4. 33. This group's operations were linked to a network of shell companies such as Evropolis, which secured a share of oil and gas revenues in exchange for recapturing energy infrastructure. This organization's founder was killed in a highly suspicious 2023 plane crash. Yes, 6 points. That's syllable 6 over to Siddharth. Let's score check with 2 to play.
Okay, so we've got Zachary with 29, Siddharth with 17, Alex with 9, Ashwin with 6, and Anish with 3.
Got it.
Okay, here's 34. Thomas Brackett Reed led part of this specific body during the passage of the Chance Act, which was also known as the International Copyright Act. This specific body oversaw the admission of 6 states, including the Dakotas, and notable legislation passed by this body included the McKinley Tariff, the Sherman Silver Purchase, and Antitrust Acts. For the points, give this nickname Nick 2, for the 51st Congress during the first half Benjamin Harrison administration, named for its perceived lavish spending.
The Champagne Congress.
-1.
$1 billion.
That's correct. All right, next question of the round. In McCulloch v. Maryland, this principle was invoked in relation to Chief Justice John Marshall's declaration that the power to tax involves the power to destroy.
The Supremacy Clause.
That's correct for 6. We have it to break. Okay, and the tie is 4?
5th place, 5th and 6th place.
Okay, so the tie is to be broken between Ashwin and Anish. Okay. All right, so just to the 2 of you, remember there's no negs on tie breaks, so somebody has to get it right, and neg does not automatically disqualify tie break. Okay. Just to the 2 of you, good luck. The first instance of this action in U.S. history occurred in 1845 when John Cutler was prohibited from building revenue marine ships without prior approval. This action is associated with the passage of running. That's good. Yes, correct. Let's go. Mr. Riley.
All right, and sixth place is Anish Raja. All right. Place we have Ashwin Vaidyanathan. All right. In fourth place, we have Alex Steppen. In third place, we have Siddharth Belagir. Second place, we have Zachary Corbin Vika. Place, we have Evan Trapp.
Bradley, thank you to Sean. Thanks everybody for playing. We're off and running here at Nationals. 3 more days.